Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me once again here on the Bristol map which was created by Specialist Zero. I've tinkered with it a little bit, but once again, I don't say this every time, but thank you so much to Specialist Zero for creating this map and giving me the opportunity to play Transport Fever 2, roughly in the area around which I live, or the area around where I live. Well, look, there's a motor car. Wow. Yeah, we are in 1903. Did they have motor cars in 1903? They probably did. But I thought I'd start here because, you know, you've got to start somewhere. And this is the very first episode since the June update was released by Urban Games to Transport Fever 2, obviously, with loads and loads of great stuff added to it, as well as performance improvements and enhancements. There's a train going by in the distance. Go that way. No, that way, then you can see it. Oh, lovely. Yeah, far too many for me to mention. So just follow the link, which I'm sure is in the description below, to the Steam page if you've not already seen it, and see what they've done. A lot of the changes, probably half of them on the list, are to do with modding, which I'm sure is great, because the modding community has really given so much to this game. In fact, most of the vehicles I'm using, in fact, probably at least that locomotive, if not the wagons, are modded vehicles. Why am I looking at my head office? Because, well, we've got to start somewhere. This is the second sort of level of the head office. The first one was basically a tin shack. So once I got to a certain degree of money, I got this new and improved version. But one thing I hadn't noticed on the headquarters was not just being a lovely building. Well, I'm sure it will be lovely when it's finished, but it gives you lots of useful and interesting stats. So you've got the profit for the last 12 months, so you can get that from the finances and charts and stuff, but it's nice to see it all sort of simply laid out here. How many vehicles you've got in terms of buses and lorries, trams, trains. We have 8 ships already, no aircraft yet. I don't think there are any aircraft in the game at all at 1903. The fastest speed that our vehicles go at, 75 miles an hour, and our oldest vehicle, 25 years old. Perhaps I ought to look at that. But other useful, interesting things like how much you've got in terms of track, in terms of the length of it, but also, which is what I found fascinating, which is why I thought, oh, I must start here today, was all these numbers for how much you've transported in terms of the numbers of passengers and the amount of freight, or the units of freight, perhaps. So, yeah, we've transported, in the last 12 months, over 6,000 people. Impressive. I've got 74 lines, good grief. Well, it is a very large map, to be honest, and we've transported 8 types of cargo, which is interesting. Well, I find it fascinating. Now, what are we going to do today? We're going to do a couple of things, sort of following on from where we were last episode, which was creating the very first long train-based, rail-based cargo route, which was going from Avonmouth docks here, carrying construction materials. Well, I'm sorry, my mouse skills are even worse than usual this evening. Carrying construction materials out here from the Avon dock, all the way through to Westbury-on-Trim, and to Frenchay and Downend, through this combined station here. Now, at the moment, because it's quite a long journey from the quarry here in Wales, yes, across the estuary to the ConMat plant here, by these lovely slow ships. They haven't quite cottoned on yet that we've got this huge new demand coming through here, so most of this construction material here is going out to Shirehampton, which is over here. There you go. And we are currently supplying 90% of that. So I imagine that once we've filled that 90%, we will get more going onto the train, onto the rail network. But to be honest, what we want to do here is actually get more construction materials altogether, because some of these ships are travelling. You're going back. Oh, you're nearly full actually, so this is better. I did put a few more trucks on this route here from the quarry. But what we're going to do, I think, is create a little industrial railway network here to take the stone down to the dockside here by rail, which should be more efficient. But before I do that, I just want to check this line here. No, we are not waiting. Oh, are we waiting for anything? We're not, are we? No. I could have them waiting. I tend not to do that because the amount of time it takes them to navigate the estuary here, by the time they get back to the dock, the trucks have already delivered enough stone to give them a reasonable quantity of ConMat to deliver. Now, you may recall when I was building this route here, this cargo route here to Frenchay and Downend, it intersected with my passenger route between Clifton Down here, a very busy local station, very busy, up to Parkway, which is kind of going to turn into some sort of hub up here eventually. It's not really at the moment. There is another small line which goes out to actually goes out to Yate and Cam. It goes up north or to the Midlands really, and that's it. That's the only route it does, I think, isn't it, from the passenger side? Yeah, it goes up to Cam, and it takes in fuel here from this little oil fuel refinery network we've got there. But I intersected it, and it's a very odd combination because the freight line, should we highlight it? That would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it? Get me lines up, just get the ones I want, and the train ones. There. As you can see, the blue line is the freight, and it cuts across the passenger line. Now, I made a comment at the time when I was building this, this looks like a proper mess. This looks ridiculous. Nobody in their right mind would build a switch, a junction, an interchange like this. And one or two of you in the comments agreed with me. It's a ludicrous arrangement. But it actually works. I have played on beyond where we are now, and it actually works. The freight trains, there's only one freight train, does stop at the light and does give the passenger train precedence, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. And I even played on with double tracking this line, and that is what we're going to do today, because although this line up here, the Parkway to Clifton Down, is reasonably profitable, that's a good ratio there, as you can see, and it's carrying a fair number of people. It's not a huge number of people. We've got 48 waiting there, and down here most people want to go along the Severn Beach line up here, which is rather annoying, but there you are. So it's 105 down there, which is okay, but I think they could support 2 trains on here. This is a capacity of 40, so I want to double track this line, and when I played this off camera it worked. So let's see if I can reproduce that here and get this double tracked. So what we want to do is get our train track in here. We will use that's interesting. Can you not? I thought you could make train tracks curvy as well as straight. I must be mistaken. I'm sure I saw that at some point. Anyway, oh, actually, one other final thing before we actually get into the building thing. One of the wonderful things which I think has changed in the update. Where can I go to show this off? Where can I go to show this? Oh, I can go here. Actually, that's a bit... Oh, that's a nasty junction. I think I might redo that. On the crossings, you were able to change them, but up until this latest update, there was no slider here. So if you had 2 or 3 mod packs of railway crossings, you could only see the first 4, and it was utterly pointless and frustrating and annoying. Now, unfortunately, at 1903, I've only got this selection. I have got other mods installed, but I'm hoping that this slider here does mean that when we get to an age where I get lights and stuff on the railway crossings, I will be able to select them from that list, which is great. It's those little things which are very important in updates, I think. So it's they spotted and listened to our complaints. Okay, let's get this double track. So we're coming out of here. That's fine. We'll put a crossover in here. Actually, let's let the train carry on. There you go. Out the way, so I can see you, and it's not covered in smoke. There you go. Now let's get you. 29. That's a very slow switch. Okay, and that is still very slow. Can I put that? I can put it in. Good. Okay, right, and we'll light that up. There you go. Okay. Just I will remember to put the lights in, to be honest, but you know, there's no harm in doing it while you're there, I suppose. Okay, so now what we need to do is this will join up with a track coming through here. So this track at the moment goes, that's this one through the middle here, isn't it? So it will want to cut across here. I'm on the right side. I am on the right side. That's good. Can I simply... Oh, look, another appall. Oh, good grief. I do need to fix... Okay, that's not going to let me do that straight off. Do I need to delete this? I think the road is the problem there. Are there any lines on there? There aren't. I have a suspicion. Actually, have I changed that already? I think I might have done that off camera. Put that tunnel in there to safeguard that that passenger bus route. Okay, let's turn this on. Have they changed this? I'm sure the bulldozer cursor wasn't this lovely bright yellow before, which is handy because it just helps remind you that you have got the bulldozer turned on, because it is very easy to... Okay, we'll get rid of you. Alright. It's very easy to forget you've got it on sometimes. And you're in this frenzy of clicking stuff. Oh, look at that. It doesn't want to do it from there, but will you do it from there? Yes, you will. That's excellent. To be honest, that's... It doesn't look too awful, does it, actually? I think there is a slight bump in there, but it's not grotesque and outrageous. That's not too bad at all, actually. I'm very, very impressed with that. Okay, so let's get you down here. Continue. Let's not bring it all the way in. We're going to need to get a track coming out of here. Yeah, these two platforms are going in quite different directions, so we don't need to worry about them joining up. And okay, we do want some signals though, so we'll need signals going into the station, which is there, and coming out there, and there. Oh, we'll put some over here, shall we? Yeah. There we go, either side of the level crossing, which is a bit too friendly, really. There you go. That's that done, isn't it? Okay, so what we need to look at here is these signals for the freight track. Okay, so the blue line is the freight line, and that needs... It's got a signal there, which is fine. And the signal here for going back to the dockside, yep, because it's cutting across the other track, so that signal needs to be there. Okay, cool. And we can get rid of you. There you go. Signals coming out of the... Ah, right, these need to be... Where are you going? Oh. You're coming down, are you? I'll let you go. Yeah, you're on the wrong side of the track at the moment, my friend, but you'll sort yourself out when you get to the other side, I'm sure. So we need to get rid of you. And okay, that's fine actually. I think that signal. We'll put one on this side of the bridge. There you go. And we could have some coming down here. actually, if we get that reasonably close after the switch, so the freight train doesn't have to wait too long before the passenger line passes. Oh, I really want to set these to one way, don't I? And you're in the wrong place. So I think if we put you... Oh, you're there, that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll delete this signal there. We don't need you. Because we want the freight train to stop as soon as the passenger train is anywhere nearby on this route. So you're one way. And you are one way. Say yes to that. And likewise with you. Okay, so that's the signals done. Apart from that one there, because the train's on the wrong side of the track, actually, if we get the train going through... and where am I going to get a second train for this line from? Good question. Let me just get rid of some of my debt while we're there. Which will save us a few pennies in loan fees, interest. Right, so you can change to one way. You can change to one way. And so can you now. Yep, and you're fine. Okay, so the train coming here, Parkway. Well, yeah. The trouble is, the nearest depot is this one here in Almondsbury. Which will, I think, get to... Yeah, I did set it up so it could get to any of the lines from both the freight and the passenger stations. But by the time that train gets into play, it will be at Parkway just at the same time as this train is. But anyway, let's look at upgrading this anyway. So can we upgrade this one? Because it'd be nice to have a bigger and faster train on here. Well, actually, let's wait to the new year. Do we get anything new in 1904? No. Some funky new cargo wagons, but that's it. I'm going to need to take that money out again so I can spend it on upgrading this train. How old? 20 years old. That's fine. Oh, one other little thing. On the updates, they've actually improved the settings, the pages when you load a new game. Sorry, when you load an old game, they've changed that. So when you go through the list of mods you've subscribed to, it gives you more information directly there on that mod selection page. You can actually see pictures and descriptions of the mod there within this game, rather than having to go into the Steam lookup page, as it were. So it's much more upfront. Not every mod has that support in there just yet, but I dare say the modders will include all that as they go forward with updating and adding new mods into the game. And the other thing you can do is change the difficulty level. Now, you may recall that I inadvertently set the difficulty level on this map to easy when it should have been medium. Yeah, I don't tend to go hard on this game because I'm still fairly new to it. So that's why I've been making so much money so easily over the last few years. But I've now changed it to medium difficulty when I loaded this save. So hopefully that will make some change to the game in terms of making it more difficult for me to earn vast amounts of money. So we're replacing this vehicle, are we? With a steam train. And you are currently a radial tank going at 45 miles an hour. Oh, you're a passenger service. You need to go faster than that. Good grief, my friend. Ooh, actually, I haven't used these yet. 80 miles an hour. You're expensive, mind. How much this cost me? This cost me for the whole train 567 per year. 567,000, that is. This cost me almost that just for the locomotive. But they are lovely models from Steve M4, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, I'll put the correct name in on an annotation on the video. Or of course you could look it up in my Steam collection, which is linked in the description below. 62... Midland Spinner. I don't really want the Midland Spinner on here because it's not a Midland service. GNR. Oh, the Atlantic. Well, you're expensive to run. The Greyhound. You're not quite so expensive. I think this is a base game vehicle, isn't it? Okay. Oh, the X2. I'm sure I'm using the X2 in lots of other places as well. It's a lovely vehicle going at 68 miles an hour. What's the power on this one I've got at the moment? 415. You know, I think looking at this, the best one, I think for this line, the Atlantic is a bit too expensive because this isn't a very busy line at the moment, and I don't think it's going to take off much for a few years yet at least. So I think the Atlantic is probably overpowered, overpriced for this. So I'm thinking the Dun Alastair from Caledonian here might be a good choice. 70 miles an hour, so it's a good deal faster, more powerful by a chunk. Certainly more so than the Midland Spinner. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we'll put one of you on, and you're going 70 miles an hour. So what wagons do we have? 99. No. Oh, we got the GWR top light. Ooh, okay. You're good. You carry. Okay. Oh, the brakes carry 8. They're only half capacity. That's okay. And 16 for the top light. Okay. So 16. That'll be quite expensive, though, I think. We don't need to go quite that fast just yet. The 6-wheeler. That's an interesting choice, but it's too slow, I think, for our locomotive. 75. You're really good, actually. 18 people. You're quite pricey. You go 75 miles an hour, so you're a little bit faster than the loco. It's the teaks, and the 8 wheels are really good value for money, I think. I'm going to stick with the 8-wheeler, I think, for the time being, just to keep costs on this line down just a little bit, you know. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a 60 capacity now. So that's quite a bit more than it was before. Oh goodness gracious me! 6.5 million just for that. All right. So I need to borrow a lot more money. Don't repay it, borrow it. Okay, and if we go into manage the vehicle, it has remembered that. Splendid. Oh, it's actually, no, it's replacing it for just over 5 million. Sorry, that's the new price new, so this is the trade-in price, just over 5 million. So let's do that. Excellent. Oh, you're the 7 Beach line. That's a nice scene, isn't it? Imagine, oh, you are slightly different wagons, and you should have 60 people on board. Splendid. Right, so what we'll do is I will add in a second train to that at some point soon. But what I want to do, as I said at the very beginning, is to get this quarry railed up. So we're going to need... This should be quite straightforward, I think, shouldn't it? Except getting a train station in here. Going round... Can we? Where can we put this? It's going to be a terminus, I think, isn't it? Could we put it in along here? I think we probably could. No, except we're intersecting with that passenger line, aren't we? What I'm wondering is if we can delete the remove the existing truck stop here and move you out of the way. I think so. We could then put a, so if we put you in there like that, we still need to get over the passenger line. I'm still not happy with that. As long as it's, if only we had curved stations. I really do wish we could do curved stations like in Transport Fever 1. Those were the good old days, eh? Certainly in that regard. Okay, we might have two platforms going. We might have in and an out here perhaps. So we will put you down here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. And at the slope, I didn't really see the that does work better, I think, doesn't it? So, and the slope is 4. Yes, it's gone down at the left hand side of the building side. That's gone down. So we can put it the other way around. Yep, that's it. The slope clearly works. And slope and the terrace is to do with the building. I think I noted this in the previous video when we first saw the slopey station, that it determines whether the building slopes alongside the platform, so it has the same slope, or is actually flat, so is level, which is probably what it should be if you're on a slope. It doesn't really affect terminal stations, to be honest, but again, the issue with that is there's a slight sort of, it's not quite as neat graphically from what the modder has described, how the modder has described it. I think if we put you in there, actually we can, what we'll do, let's build this, we'll take this connection out, I think, yeah, and put in a new piece of road. That's a country road. That's you, isn't it? What's that? Oh, that's the fences. Yes, another mod I've put on. Very nice, actually. I don't think I've used it yet, but I certainly will. I'm sure. It's a very nice piece of moddery there. Nope. Let's have you straight, shall we? For the sake of argument. Actually, we could have you going down there like that. Actually, we do want you along the side there, I think, don't we? To be honest. Yeah. So if we take you there. Can I draw you in a nice little curve to go around there? I can. Sweet. Right, I don't think we need this. Well, whether we need it or not, we'll put it in. So, okay. Let's get rid of you as well. You're just going to be annoying. And this station will go in somewhere along here. Not if I press the wrong key, it won't. There you go. Okay, I think that's alright. I think that is alright. So if we configure you. Oh, fences and walls. Lovely. Again, all these mods you can find in the Steam collection. Again, link on in the description. We'll have you there. I think that looks fine. I think I like the look of Well, this is country road at the moment, isn't it? We don't have tarmac apparently at the moment. Oh no! Oh, this is going to give me trouble. It looks like it might, unless I do. Oh, actually, that doesn't look too ridiculous, does it? Can you go down a little bit? Now, that looks like it might work. That looks like it might be a real piece of road. And it connects into the truck stop. I think that works. Excellent. So, yeah. And yeah, everything highlights everything else. Result. Okay, we're going to have to find a way of getting the track down there now. So, the station up here. Do we want you to go? I think if we go, yeah, this side of the quarry, the terrain is certainly a good deal easier. We only want one platform, I think, for this, don't we? And we will take you like so. Let's get some track going. And you need to go all the way around there. We're not going to worry about the road, I think, because we're going to be terminating those services fairly soon. Okay, a little bit of a tunnel through the Welsh hills. I'm okay with that, I think. We probably do need to be about there to turn into the station here on that platform. But we do, I think, want to go up. Oh, we can't go up anymore. Darn! Okay, let's get rid of you. You're causing me problems. Ah, okay. Do we need to go underground? Ah, okay, we can go underground. And down a bit more, I think. Take your time coming up, so it's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? Underground. Yeah, but it's okay, what if we do it like that? That's the only tunnel design we've got at the moment. Right, we'll just have a great big cut in the ground. That's fine by me. There's no bridge, just huge slices of landscape taken apart. Okay, that looks okay, I think. I'm not entirely convinced by this. What's going to give me track speed? What is going to give me track speed? Good question. No, your emissions. Ah, track speed. There you are. It's just very good. Oh, there. If you get closer. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced by this sort of curve thing here. Let's see if we can improve that. Delete that. And you. Okay. I think that's a little bit better, I think. Okay. Cool. Right, so what we need to do is find some way of getting a train here. I mean, at a dockside, it's kind of a major industrial site, isn't it? You could imagine they would have a depot there, don't you? I think you can. Yep, definitely. So we'll stick a British rail depot in here, and you will be positioned. The thing is, because that tracks going underground a lot. If I put you in there, like so. I'm just wondering, do these industrial sites actually grow? I don't think they do. I think they just develop within that space they've got. He said, hopefully. If they grow, then I have seriously curtailed its potential. Right, you can connect to that. Result. Okay, that will do very nicely indeed. We will, of course, put some signals on there. There you go. Right. We don't need this to be double tracked yet, do we? No. Let's put a line in from up here, the quarry, to the Caldicott cargo dock. And we'll wait for it to fill up. Won't wait that long, just 1 minute will do. And I'm going to need a stack more money. Let's give myself 10 million to spend. Right, now do we have a nice industrial kind of steam locomotive? We've got the Jones here, which was designed apparently for freight handling. You're a bit expensive, mind. You go 62. I'm not sure I need something quite that fast. 900 and 102. Do you know what? I think I will go with the Jones because this should be a profitable route. I think. Because it's going to need a lot. It's going to take all the stone out of there, I think. So we will. We've got Green. I think on the Green is doing the ConMat delivery from Avonmouth. So we'll take the yellow, shall we, for Welsh yellow. That's what we will do. So we'll take one of you. And cargo wise, we're taking stone. And we're going at a maximum of 62 miles an hour. So these 5 planks will do nicely. They carry 7. That's 60. You go 50. Does anything else go as fast? Okay, you go 60 but carry only 6. You guys are old. You're box cars, yeah, they don't carry stone. I think these brand new 5 plank wagons, not 5 planks. These these ones here, GWR. Okay. So what does the S stand for? Sheeted. So covered with the tarpaulin when loaded. Oh, I'd love the detail that modders provide for us in these in some of their vehicles, some of their assets. Okay, we'll take you. So we'll take 1, 2, 3. We could put quite a few on here. That's 49, 56, 63, 70. Which is a shipload, actually, because I think the ships taking the ConMat out to Avonmouth do carry 70 as well. So I think that'll do just nearly 7.5 million. Let's do that. But we do need to put it on we've got a route, which I didn't give a name to, did I? Don't. Line 1. There you go. And what we'll do, can we change the colour of that to something else? A lovely grey colour, perhaps, which you can't see. No, let's not use that. Grey, dark grey, that's slightly better. Okay, and we'll give it a name at some point. I'll give it a name now. So, Welsh stone bulk, that will do, I think. There we go. And get you running. There we are. And off he goes. Oh, but I do need to cancel this route here. Okay. Right. The thing is, I don't want to lose the money these trucks will be giving me. If I go into lines, no, vehicles, and search for, what line was that called? Stone supply. So if I search for stone here, it picks them all up. Excellent. Right, so I can tell here which ones are empty, so I can sell you. Right, sell you. We will, not you, when you click the vehicle. Okay, so I've sold most of the vehicles from that line, so I think probably the sensible thing now is to actually remove that line entirely. So, I need to go, don't do that. I need to go to Vehicle Manager. So what we need to do here is sell all the vehicles and go into, can you go into the, I thought you could go into the line manager from here, or is it the other way around? Double click that, goes there, and manage the line, and we will terminate that line. Okay, so we've now only got the train. Oh, and it's turned up already, and it already has a full load. Right, I think this could prove to be very profitable. We shall see, shall we? I want to delete you. We don't need you there anymore. Or indeed you, for that matter. So that should save me a few pennies in maintenance costs. We'll leave the truck stop down there by the dock, because you never know, we might have call to use it. GW, Great Welsh Stone. Yes, that's what the GWR stands for, the Great Welsh Railway. Well, it does at the moment anyway, over here, on this side of the Severn. Through our little bit of a bridge. Pull into the station, and the job will be done. And money will be made. What a lovely view. I could do some landscaping here, I think. We'll put some landscaping in at some point. And I'll probably rename this station as well. $876,000. He's made profit already. That is very nice indeed. So before we go then, yeah, still the stone is turning up for Avonmouth. For the trucks. What's our train got there? Two ConMat. Oh dear me. And he's made no money at all at any point in the last year, so it's disappointing. Right, but I think what we'll do, we'll just check. Oh, I was going to put another train on here, wasn't I? Yes, how's this line doing actually? 74 at Clifton, and in Parkway, I always lose Parkway. Where the heck is Parkway? Oh, you're over here somewhere, aren't you? Filter. Yeah, you're. No, you're not. Where is? There it is. Truth. Oh, 42. Okay. And the train was. Where was the train? Oh, you're leaving. Right. I think we can put a new train on there then. Okay, we'll duplicate that one. In fact. Okay. And that was 6 million something, wasn't it? That should do, I think. So if we go into manage this vehicle and say clone you. Wow. Yep, that's taken that. So there we go. And that train will come out of here. Yep, and he'll make his way down there. And hopefully he'll be reasonably spaced from the other train there. And you're not going to see this lovely interchange here working, but trust me, it works beautifully. But that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2. Putting stone in, or getting stone out of Wales. So it looks like we're building up our cargo routes quite nicely now using trains. We will, I think, go back to passengers for the next episode because we have a lot of very busy stations which we need to address. Yep. That's going to be fun, I think, working out a good way of doing that. And probably expensive, but that's fine. I'm making money. So thank you once again for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Just click on the old thumbs up button. You know how that works. But even better, if you've got any thoughts, hints, tips, recommendations, suggestions, even criticisms of what I'm doing in the game today, it'd be great to hear from you. Just drop a note into the comments box below. That would be awesome. Other than that, of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you can do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But until then, from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2, bye-bye for now.